Welcome back to Final Dankasy 4. This is Solinus Dracone, and we're picking back up after having healed Rosa in the city of Kaipo. And our next stop is going to be Mount Hobbs on our way to Fabul. So, just jump on the hovercraft and get your go on. We're going to be heading even further east than the Antlion's Cave. So, just get our groove on. Gonna see a bit of an action-packed episode here. Gonna try and make my way to Fabul in order to progress with this story, and I'm gonna try to keep my episodes just a little shorter. Yeah, so okay, here's Mount Hobbs. Go ahead and make a recording. Sorry, make a save. Alright. Heading on in. And so here we get a little event. What's wrong? No! Come on. Oh, I get it. We're also gonna lay down the motherly approach. Be gentle about it. Appeal to her sensibilities. Gotta be brave. We count on you. Oh, she's gonna give it a go. Yeah, that's our girl. That's why I love her. No matter what happens to her, she never loses her sense of optimism. Darn tootin', and now she's a proper black mage. Can't be a black mage without fire. And she's all proud of herself, modest, not really modest, but yeah. I'd be proud of myself too if I got over a fear on the spot. Awesome, so let's see what she says. You're darn right you're gonna become a summoner. Oh, there's none. She got over it on her own, come on. Oh, she's happy about it. Okay, so just gonna go ahead and map out some of this area here. There are a couple spaces that there's a bit of loot to be found around here on the mountain. I should probably reorder her magic. So here's how you're gonna reorder things in this game. You press and hold on your A button until you get like sort of a dual thing, and then you just move it up. Pretty simple. And let's rearrange her black magic. I like to have fire in the first row, blizzard in the second. Well, let's just move thunder over. And let's get blizzard up there. Okay, perfect. Cura, I'm going to actually want a little bit further up here. Slow I'm going to leave right there because we're going to make use of it. And not really much here either. Alright, let's get our groove on. Map it out, map it out. Leave no stones unturned. The enemies on this hill aren't very challenging. Well, I say that and now I'm looking at some challenging ones. They are pretty nasty, as actually a matter of fact. I'm gonna try and get rid of those spirits, because the spirits, unlike normal, everyday undead, are actually healed by fire, so you want to get rid of those as quickly as possible. Just get rid of those guys, and then what'll happen is when Rydia is capable of casting fire on them, then we'll be seeing that happening. Okay, I'm actually sitting around doing jack squat. Now the Prey is actually, it's a fairly underrated move. What it does is it heals a small amount of HP and a small amount of MP. And that small amount of MP makes a difference, actually, on account of the fact that you have very few ways to regenerate MP in this game. So Rasa's MP capabilities here to bring back up the MP are a boon. And let's see Rydia cast her fire. Oh, that's a good girl. Okay, she did it. Awesome sauce. Alright, right. Cut left first, I think, because there's a little separate mountain path. Oh, nope. Go back over here and get this spot. Yep, just for completion. And this is actually going to go a bit quicker, I think. These guys casting Thunder are going to get on my nerves, though. Let's try a Bard song with Life's Anthem. He doesn't do a hell of a lot, the Life's Anthem, but every little bit counts, and I don't want to go burning Rasa's MP. Not quite strong enough to kill them all in one go. But we get to see a little bit of what's going on here. And the Bard song didn't really do much, did it? That's not all. Oh, okay, it regens over time. Well, that's not terrible, but I still wouldn't consider it a great use thing. There we go. Not bad. Alright, moving right along. So yeah, there's a entrance over here to I would call it the west side of the mountain, and as you can see, there's really already, the place is already set out, so we don't really have any maps going on here. It's not a boss room per se, but there's really nothing to really worry about over here. Let's go ahead and pop us some of these. Just try and get these guys dead. And now Edward's able to one-shot them, so that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll actually see some progress here. They're weak to ice, obviously. And there you go. Good times. Excellent. Alright, so tent, potion, gold needle, and 960 gil. Wonderful. Still thinking the same things. Okay, fair enough. It's a save point over here that we can make use of. Let's go ahead and heal things up just a touch. There we go. And just give ourselves a save. Right. Moving along. This place isn't all that big either. Ooh, back attack, not so great. Ooh, tornado, even worse. Swap rows. We're going to need a little bit more. A little bit more than what we got going on here. In fact, we're going to need to actually get a professional on this. You don't want to leave yourself in the front row if you've got weak mages there, because they are going to take some damage. The tornado is just a nasty, nasty spell. What its effects are is to weaken you to one-shot range. So it gets you down to where you could feasibly be killed by one shot from the enemy. So you really want to be careful with that stuff. So a bit of an update on the whole faucet thing. Actually managed to get it finally fixed once and for all. It's all taken care of. I had to go downtown in order to get the part. I'm going to go ahead and do a little thing here, which is you can actually use healing magic on some undead, mainly skeletons and zombies, and sort of do a heal bomb, as it were. And it's actually quite effective. We're going to see Rasa using that tactic now. Boom, baby. And it's really effective, actually. Very powerful. When you find yourself up against a bunch of undeads, then a cure spell can be as much as a fire spell and then some. Got some high potions. Rocking it out. Okay, so this place is already mapped out. Holy arrows, excellent. That'll be good on Rasa. The holy arrows just basically add an element of holy, and they have a bit more attack power, so good times. You'll find a lot of status affecting arrows out there, but an event is about to occur.
What's this? Clad like that? That's a monk of Fabul.
Look at this badass right here. Oh, I got control of him. Okay, so you want to do the kick maneuver, because you're meant to do the kick maneuver. Pretty strong. This here is Yang. He's a monk. The Grand Master Monk of all Fabul, which is a monk city. And he's no joke. He could actually go bare-fisted and do quite good damage. Alright, this fight's going to take a little know-how because there's sort of 3 phases to it. Let's go ahead and shape this up here. Not so great. Let's get a bard song in there. Just anything we can. Yang is really good. I do like him. He is a very powerful character. I'm going to use the aim maneuver, which really all it does is just sort of give you a little bit better accuracy on your arrow. Doesn't do a hell of a lot of damage, but it's not bad either. Here the ice rod's going to be just fine. There's no need to really worry. Now this is the second phase of things, and it's pretty damn dangerous too, because in a second she's going to be exploding this here mom bomb. And when she explodes, it does tremendous damage to the rest of the party, so you want to start going into defense mode. I had Rasa do a heal there. So let's just start putting everybody on defense. Definitely want to do the heal though. Got to get everybody up to tops, and then defend. Because when you defend, you've got a much greater likelihood of actually surviving this explosion. I don't know what Edward's doing. I probably should be casting Shell. Yeah, I knew Edward wasn't going to survive that. You want to take out those guys in the back first. They do a lot of damage. They explode all over you. Let's go ahead and res Ed. Then we'll do a Cura. And then I think we'll be alright. Could have done with that res first. Could have done with the res first. There we go. Come on, Radia. Don't embarrass the family. And these little guys in front are actually pretty weak. You can polish them off pretty quickly. Oh, the self-destruct. Yeah, it doesn't do that much damage now, though. Alright, just that simple. Awesome. Radia gone. Getting older. Rasa too. He is a badass, Young. One of the best fighters in the game. Man, you know it's bad when they're taking down monks. Ass fucker. Oh, I know it. Yeah, Young's not happy. And it's all by plan, too. Yep. Like I said. We got a multicultural cast here. Time is the enemy. Alright, so we got ourselves a monk. Yang can be equipped with claws, and the claws are actually quite effective, thought bubble time. Rydia wonders why all the fighting. Okay. Baron's Madness. Yep. Honorable, honorable Yang. Not a speck of dishonor to him. Alright, so, he comes bare-fisted, but that's all he needs. He doesn't need any more gear than that. Bare-fisted is just fine, and I'm actually not going to be spending money on any claws for him, at least not this early in the game. Later on, maybe, when we get into the area where the elemental attacks matter, but for right now, there isn't much point to it. He's not going to gain anything from it, and I could save the money. Remember, money is a big thing here. Money is at a premium. You need to be able to afford the paladin gear when you get to Mysidia. And so you don't want to spend more money than you have to. So I even forego buying the Hades gear at Fabul. Let's give Yang a chance to do a kick. See how badass the kick is. He's got a host of other maneuvers like Focus, which lets him hold up power. Brace, I think, which just kind of hangs on to some of his just higher defense. I really don't use that stuff because Yang is just basically he's a cannon is what he is. You line him up and you fire, and he takes down whatever it is you point him at. But he's still very intelligent, very noble and honorable. He's a good guy. I am all about the Yang. Used to call him Yang. 3 bomb cores. Cool. Alright, so now, outside of Mount Hobbs, our next goal is to get to the city of Fabul. And that's where I'm going to call it, because the next episode is actually going to be pretty heavy-duty involved. So I just want to get to Fabul, and I'll call it quits there. It's going to be a little boring of an episode, I'm afraid, but you know, it's just how it is. But yes, about the faucet, because I just want to finish my thought. It's all fixed. I managed to get the parts. It took an endless driving downtown, several different shops. I apparently have a very unusual shower faucet core that needs to be replaced specifically with only one part. It's a very generic part, but it's also kind of discontinued. Delta are basically the big makers of your shower fixtures these days, and if it's not Delta, you're not going to find it, essentially. So I got the one that was left in Houston, and after a little bit of fiddling around and messing with it, I finally have a working shower head, or rather a working shower faucet, and it goes up, it goes down, the handle doesn't fall off. It's great. You take for granted the simple stuff. Oh, come on with the needle rats. Swap rows. Kick their asses. Yeah, that's a good move. That is a good move. Alright, a little bit further. Okay, so here is Fabul. And before I go in and start doing all the things, this is one of those points that you have to start unequipping some people. I'm afraid that after the battle in here, Rosa and Rydia will not be with us. And so I just want to take all their gear and redistribute it to folks who can use it. So that's where I'm going to call it for here. It's a pretty short episode, but the next one's going to be action-packed, and I'll probably have it up sometime, you know, in the next week or so. I basically record these on my days off, or when I have a moment, and so, yeah. So, in any case, thanks for watching. This is Solinus Dracone, and this has been Final Dankasy 4.